Andor Season 2, Chapter 3. Alright, so we're pretty late with this one. What can I say? Life got in the way, but this chapter of Andor truly deserves the time. So I'm gonna run through the key points and focus on what really matters here, because this chapter, wow, it delivers. Episode 7, Messenger. Alright, so we're already off to a strong start here. It's a year later and General Dodonna's massacre group has settled on Yavin IV. And well, no word on whether that Maya Pei Brigade helped secure the base or not, but man, seeing the rebel base in action again gives some major Rogue One vibes. I loved it. And the world building here is next level too, learning that the rebel troops also lived in homes scattered through the jungle around the temples, and not like in Legends where we just thought that they lived in the temples themselves. I mean, that's the kind of detail that deepens this universe. And seeing Davit's Draven again was also a personal highlight for me. I always liked him in Rogue One, and it was great to see him here in this earlier, more scrappier version of the Rebellion. Still also wearing those early handmade looking insignias too. It's small details like that I just adore. We also find out that Cassian and Bix have together left Luthen's rebel cell and have joined the massacre group. And hey, they're also living in a pretty solid jungle house too, which, may I add, is not bad at all. Meanwhile, Will's back, and he's no longer working with the partisans, interestingly enough, as he's returned back to Luthen's crew and is actively working on aiding the Gorman front. A plan that, well, Cassian has opposed from the very start. And well, I'm mixed on the whole time skipping here between chapters as, what can I say? I would have liked to see more of Will's time with Saw Gerrera and the partisans, and well, what led him to leave, or should I say, what led Saw to agree to let Will leave. How exactly did he convince him, or what did he have to do to convince him, so yeah. Anyway, Will arrives on Yavin IV to convince Cassian to join him in assassinating Dedra Meero, now the open and brutal Imperial Administrator on Gorman. And Cassian, well, he's reluctant at first, struggling with the whole morality of it all, but hey, ultimately he agrees to it, which at the same time rubs the Massassi command the wrong way. As, well, they want to promote him, but they can't if he keeps on freelancing like this. Meanwhile, over on Gorman, Syril Karn is watching things slowly fall apart, as now he's increasingly disillusioned with the Empire, and well, he can sense that he's being kept in the dark, and something pretty bad is happening, which he's not liking at all. And the whole unrest brewing around him and the Empire doesn't fit the neat, orderly version of the Empire that he once believed in too. Episode 8, Who Are You? This is the eruption point, as the Gorman massacre unfolds in all of its horror as Imperial forces violently suppress a peaceful protest, killing civilians indiscriminately. And the writing here is, what can I say, excellent. Dedra's shoved aside and Captain Kaido takes center stage here. And with his scarred face and dead-eyed stare, this guy, well, he screams Space Nazi. He kicks off the whole massacre by ordering a sniper to take out one of their own, an Imperial rookie security guard, to basically frame the Gormans, and this is when all hell breaks loose. Palmo Plaza turns into a slaughterhouse. Civilians, rebels, everyone, they're gunned down. And this is also the moment that shatters Syril, as he came to Gorman originally thinking that he'd help clean up some of the terrorists around, you know, maybe make a name for himself too. But this? Well, this isn't what he signed up for. It's not the Empire he thought he was serving. Because that's the thing, he's not really evil. He's basically the opposite of Cassian. Really just a dude that gets caught up in something that he believes in is for the greater good. sure, helping arrest some terrorists from starting something bad is what he aimed to do, not massacre innocent civilians. That's clearly not what he's about, and he makes it pretty clear to Dedra and everyone around that he wants nothing to be part of this at all. And for a moment, it looked like this could have been his turning point too, his path to the rebellion. And then, well, he sees Cassian in the crowd. His obsession at this point takes over, and the man that he blames for ruining his life at one point is right in front of him, and Syril can't let it go. He confronts him, ready to kill him, until of course Cassian hits him with a gut punch line. "Who even are you?" It's at this point that Syril hesitates. You can see it hit him right in the gut. Cassian doesn't even remember who he is. His whole vendetta has this whole time just been one-sided. And then he starts to lower his blaster and then BAM! Shot in the head by the Gorman Front's leader trying to save Cassian. And what can I say? It's a tragic end to Syril. I mean, all of those scenes of him that we watched, him eating all that cereal, all that buildup, it all just ends in a blink. No redemption arc, no last stand, no nothing, just done. And yet, it fits. He finally saw the truth. But by then, it was too late. He couldn't outrun what he had become. It's tragic, but tough. And for Cassian, well, he fails to kill Dedra, but he manages to escape with will and even salvages a KX droid along the way. And yup, that KX droid, well, it's no surprise going to be K2SO. And sure, this does retcon the canon comic where they originally do meet. And well, I'm mixed on this, as, well, that comic, it wasn't exactly great, riveting stuff, but hey, it was still canon. Still, I guess if we're getting something which is better, well, at least marginally, then I suppose I can live with it. I mean, one retcon is fine, especially when Filoni's done far more and no one really blinked an eye for that, so yeah, if Filoni gets a pass, then I guess Gilroy does too here. Episode 9, Welcome to the Rebellion. Now the focus shifts back to Coruscant, and we dive into the political fallout of the Gorman massacre. And of course how Mon Mothma escapes to eventually find the Rebel Alliance. And well, this is Andor back in full spy thriller mode, as there's a lot happening here. Mon gives a fiery speech to the Senate, publicly disannouncing the Emperor and calling the Gorman massacre what it was, a genocide. The Empire scrambles to cut the broadcast and arrest her. Meanwhile, Lonnie Young tips off Luthen that Bail Organa's extraction team has been compromised with an Imperial ISB agent. So what does Luthen do? Well, he sends Cassian in, disguised as a journalist, to try and get Mon out instead. And yeah, he pulls it off. And Mon, well, she makes it safely off to Yavin IV. And well, we all knew what the outcome here was gonna be. I'm sure most of us have seen the Rebels episode that basically continues off from the events of this episode. But yeah, the tension here is real and the writing is sharp enough to keep us on the edge the whole time. And that's what we really like Andor for. It's one of those few Star Wars shows that really can pull this off. And this episode itself, it's huge. It's Mon's full commitment to the cause the moment that she crosses the line and doesn't look back. It also marks the beginning of the formal Rebel Alliance, which, like I mentioned before, picks up in Rebels shortly after these events. And it's also a major turning point for Cassian too, as his growth as a leader is clear now. But it doesn't come without any loss too, any sacrifices. As Bix, seeing that she's been basically holding him back, she decides to leave him, at least temporarily, as she wants him to fully commit to the rebellion, and she knows that he can't do that while he's worried about her. And yeah, it's heartbreaking stuff, as Cass has already lost his mother while not being around for her. Now, the woman that he loves basically ghosts him with the promise of someday they'll return to each other, which, well, thanks to Rogue One, we know that day will never really come for him. Oh, and one last touch too that I loved? Melchi's blaster at the very end there. It's the same one, if you remember, that Cassian gave to him in Season 1, of which it was actually originally Syril's blaster. And that same corporate blaster is now going to be fighting against the Empire, even if Syril never got to. It's beautiful symbolism. That gun's journey is the redemption that Syril never got. Overall, I gotta say, I was very impressed. I also didn't expect us to get the Gorman massacre this early on too. I honestly thought they would save it for the finale, the final chapter, but Gilroy, well, him pulling the trigger off now, that's a bold move, and yeah, it worked. Sure, I would have tweaked a few things myself, maybe made the massacre just a touch more brutal. Maybe not have Syril be walking around out in the open and never once getting shot. But having said that, Mon's escape, Cassian's new arc, it's all solid stuff. And seeing Cassian be credited with now helping extract Mon was a neat change that I didn't expect, but I like it a lot. Sure, Season 2 may have started off slow, just like Season 1 did, but hey, I knew it would pick up eventually. And now, yeah, we're definitely off. And that was my take on Andor Season 2, Chapter 3. Let me know your thoughts about this chapter in the comments below, and if you haven't already done so, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.